everyone, Yoshi here. And I want to do a little bit of a actual video. So as you can see, I have Dark Blast on a level 20 due to me grinding last night. So I want to actually do a comparison between the upgrade paths. So as you can see, we have regular Blast Zone here.
I am on a hot streak.
In his top half, he has the bombs. So he can shoot the bombs through the firewall. In his bottom half, he has a little fire shield. I'm trying to show the difference when I get the chance.
Hello, Skylander friend.
So I'm going to actually choose a different path. Let's see what we have. So I chose Reaction Satisfaction. Create a circle with the flame breath and cause a massive explosion. And we have Ram Fire does increased damage. So in order to pay for his bottom, what we're going to do is we're going to swap up the bottoms. Then we'll just pay for the bottom like he was the other one.
Blast and Furious! Blast and Furious!
As you can see for the bottom, I did the Injected half, so you shoot a fireball at the end, and then we'll do a little comparison. Then we have a fire wave. I'm going to do a comparison between the two. Which one does more damage? So I'll do a comparison. So we have the bombs on the left. There's 32. Maybe hold it. There's 15. What's like one hit, I guess. You can also do flame bombs, where if you press X, the fire will do 40. Also spin a circle and then block it up like that, which would be 44. And then standard. That doesn't really do much, but let's bring test this. So the bombs still do 30. The fire does... You can make a ring of fire that actually does 60 damage, so that's actually pretty cool. So I think the top half on him actually does a little bit more damage. You can do a fire circle, I don't like that. So I'd say in terms of the top half, I'd say Reaction Satisfaction is the better one. And in terms of the bottom, we press A, we hold it, we can do 100, and it keeps doing. So let's do a comparison. So we have, let's see what the upgrade paths are. Actually, let me swap it out, it's going to be confusing yourself. So the gamepad is going to be regular Blast Zone.
Blast and Furious!
And the Weaver mode is going to be the dark version. What I'll probably do is I'll probably pick the characters that's rich and get them an upgrade pass, so let's see.
Maybe I am a rocket scientist.
So the bottom we have Fireball shoot from the waves. And then this one.
I am on a hot streak.
You have a little fire shield, so let's see which one's better. So this one gives you a fire path, it does. That's kind of cool. It does a little, you can do a charge and do a couple damage. Let's see if this does anything different. This one you get kind of a fire shield. So again, little comparison.
Excellent.
So you can do a little fire circle. This one you can't, so. The top cap, I'm gonna go reaction satisfaction, so Dark Blaster has the better path. The bottom, I'm actually not sure. Because you do more damage with this. So I think Dark Blaster takes it on this one. What's that? So these guys are upgraded. I never actually end up showing them though. Which was both of my Fire Krakens. Never actually did a comparison, so we'll have the two.
Burn to be wild.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. I didn't expect it to be this long, but whatever.
Burn to be wild.
So let's do a comparison. Let's just see what they do. Looking at my book. So this one
Burning the candle
has
in both ends.
the showcase path. And the stunning sparkler. And
I'm
this
just
one
getting
has
warmed up.
Magnificent Parade. And the Booming Bouncer. So let's do a little comparison, shall we? So we're going to press the Y button. So I just 44. If I hold it,
Never play with fire.
this little bonus. Here the dragon is 18. This one you do a slam. You can do 85. This one the dragon does 28 plus 24. This one just says 18. That's kind of lame. And then the bottom. That does 150. So you do like a 10, 25, 10, 20, 25. This one, it takes a lot of time to actually charge up. Yeah, I don't think I like the top half better on here. She can do more damage. The bottom half I don't like either, honestly. Next we're gonna do a freeze wash buckler. So there's the regular one.
8 legs and no pegs.
And here is the dark one. Let's do a little comparison to what they have for now. So as you can see, the Y. Actually, we'll upgrade him first. So as you can see, he has the bubble path. So you can hold X and shoot 2 mega bubbles. And the prize do more damage. And the bottom half we have the ink artist. And we're gonna see what this does. So here we have the Cutlass Captain. Pop-em bubbles with sword attacks create a bubble shield. And the swords do more damage. And I will switch to someone who has money real quick.
Keeping it cool.
Wait, that's a Nitro freeze play. What the hell am I doing? That's the wrong one.
Go ahead. Snake my day.
Wait, that's the wrong one. There we go. See what does the difference. We have hold A to slap enemies repeatedly. I'm gonna choose the Soul Gem even though people told me not to. And because I hate myself even though I'm told not to, I'm gonna do this anyway. Let's do a quick comparison then, shall we? To see how good these attacks are. Actually, I might just do 2 parts on this. Okay, so we have the Y. So that does 40. You can charge it. It does 150. And here, the sword does 48. And if you charge it, it still does the same, so it does 8 more damage. That's it. That's kind of lame, honestly. Good. Okay, and then we have X, which shoots 55 for the bubble. You can do 2 bubbles at once. It does 82. While this does 25. And there's no hold. So basically this path kind of sucks. Yeah, so basically the bubble path is a lot better because you do more damage. And then the bottom half, let's see, we have... So that does 35 plus 25. You can mash As much as you went for 15, okay. And this does 75. Okay, so the top half. Okay, so the top half are like the bubble more. Yeah, like the bubble more and regular washbuckler, but dark washbuckler has the better bottom. So that's those. Oh, you have 3 blades. Oh, wait, that's Nitro 3 blade, never mind.
Keeping it cool. Keeping it cool.
Okay, so let's see.
A cut above the rest.
So he has this hold wide to charge up. And the ice does more damage. Now on the bottom we have hold A to dash. So let's see what we can do for him. This one I chose the Ice Sculptor path. Hold X to charge the Frost. Actually, I have enough money, I think I can buy both. Knocks back an enemy. Can I buy both? I'll have to see. Ice does more damage, apparently. Okay, I can buy one of the soul gems. Shit, that was an issue. I just realized I bought the wrong path. Because I should have gotten the top one. Great. Give me a few minutes. Okay, so I fixed it. So let's do a little comparison again. See what we can do. And I have the numbers on my computer. So I believe there's an increase, which I didn't include. Because I believe the snow... The first upgrade makes you do 30, the second is 40. And then the skates, first is 15, second is 25. Let's just see, so this is the regular one. So it does 42 with a hit. You can do the little charge thing. You can do that cool thing. This is the Y. There's no charge. It has a cool little thing. But it's not like this where you can... No, it doesn't have that. We can hit multiples at once. And then the freeze you have just as a basic 30. This one that's 40. This one, if you hold down the frost, you can actually freeze a bunch of things at once. Which is kind of cool, actually. So I think they're both good, and then the skate you have does 24, and it does So it does 20 for each hit. This one it does 25. So I don't think there's really any difference. Next up we have Rattle Shake, one of my favorites.
Go ahead. Snake my day.
And the glow in the dark one.
Go ahead. Snake my day.
So let's see what we can do. So again, I'll show this real quick.
Look good.
He has the snake one that pays duty, and the bone herder, which I really like. Spring load snakes poison the enemy when it first enemy hits. Enemies poisoned take more damage, so I'll do a comparison, I guess, based on my notes. I believe it is 24. That gives him the new skin. Yeah, I'm gonna swap him out real quick for regular Magna Charge because he has a lot of money to get the bottom half.
Up track to attack.
Magna Charge actually has like no money. What the hell? Never mind. To charge the Stampede and spring forward. Let's see a Grave Sprayer path. Cause tombstones to appear.
Go ahead. Snake my day.
So let's do a comparison, shall we? Over to the dummies. Okay, so regular is on the bottom. So it does 20 for the snake. Charge does 70. It seems. And then X has a low value that's 16 for the damage. So it can do 16 up to, I believe, 14 times. And then you have 30, so that's basically 254. So this guy does 20. He has a little pinball action. And it does 45 for each hit. And it does 8 little bits of damage. And the snake actually doesn't do much damage either. Then you have the bottom, which is... see this one. It does 16. And then the charge does... it's 24, and then you can do a little spin. Kinda have a hard time actually showing this. There we go. Like, as you can see here, you charge up, and it does those giant snakes that do 60, so basically this is the better path. So both top halves with regular Rattle Shake are a lot better. Next we're going to do the night shifts.
Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. I could be a contender.
As you can see, he has the proper vampire to do more damage, and to heal more. And the bottom he has, of course, the third light. So let's see what he can get. Top half we have, I believe, Prize Fighter. I would want to charge up a punch. Then you get more money for that. And then we'll do the little switch like we did last time. The stink bomb is fully loaded. This is the warping vortex path. Press A to teleport and create a giant vortex. The vortex will close. Now deals damage to enemies. And then that. So let's see what we can do. So as you can see, the issue, of course, is that you only get one life. You only get 2 lives. So let's see what we can do. So we'll do this. You can punch. It does 32. Holding it down does 155. Does 115. This one. Be 32. And the bonus actually does 150. And as you can see, we're getting a little bit more money by doing that. And then here you have X, which is the bite. You add 30 health, and it does 12. Here you just get plus 20 health, but you also get some money. Let's see, the bottom we have the teleport is 20, of course, and nothing else. This one, you press it. It is 20, it creates a vortex. Let's try to use it on the sheep here. Let me move over. There we go. As you can see, it sucks the sheep in, kind of. Not really, but... Yeah, I think the bottom half... So I think either top half is perfectly fine. The bottom half, you want to go with the 3 lives. And the final one is the Magna charge, the Nitro Magna charge.
Up track to attack. Up track to attack.
So we'll do a little
I am
comparison
superior
again.
in all areas. Not surprisingly.
So this one, you can press Y to overheat the Magna cannon, and it does more damage. And on the bottom, you have press Y to drag an enemy while firing with the shock hit, so that just shocks. So let's see what we can do with this one. And I never actually use the shock anyway when I play, so... So the top half we have. Picking up enemies will knock back enemies. Okay. Magnets do increase damage. I should be able to get one of them on the bottom. And let's see what the bottom is. Pressing Y will drag an object and the enemy to shoot it without stopping. We'll see how good these are. Or maybe we just use Stink Bomb. Because he has the most money. Well, mostly. It does increase damage. I'll have to look at that. And of course, the Soul Gem. I think it does 20, then 30. So we'll see what we have in terms of the upgrades, and then we'll end. Let's get to the middle. Okay, so hold this down. It does 16. You can overheat it and then do 45. Over here, it does 14, but it overheats. Here you can pick up an enemy, and it'll do 35. Here you pick up an enemy, and it does 60. So it does more damage for picking up an enemy. You can also charge it. And it does 100. And then here you can drag enemies here. And it does like 15-ish. Here you try to drag an enemy. And it does the same thing essentially. I can't really tell a difference. I'll have to check that in arena mode later on. So that's all the upgrades for the swappers. I'll probably do something related to this later, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for it being long. Yeah, see you guys in the next video.